fellow YouTubers, Trouble835 here with YouTube Gaming Community number 55. You know, life throws that curveball to you. Well, what happened was, I totally finished uploading YouTube Gaming Community number 54 about 1 o'clock in the morning here. I got all the links and everything. My wife comes out of the bedroom 5 minutes later and says she has severe abdominal pain. And the last time she felt this pain was when she was ectopic pregnant. Now, for those who don't know, that happened about a year ago for us. And what ectopic is where the fertilized egg doesn't make it into the uterus, and it usually lodges itself somewhere in the tubes. And anyway, so we get a hold of the doctor and everything, and they want her to go in to the emergency room. So we take her to the emergency room. They run a bunch of tests. Luckily, they didn't find anything, but we were there for most early morning. I call off work the next day, and I let her sleep, all day, and I basically took care of the little one on very little sleep. But that wasn't the point. The point was to take care of her. But here was the most important part about that. We're sitting in the hospital waiting to go in. I get on the internet, my cell phone, and I post on my Twitter account. And I was going to post on YouTube, but on the cell phone, my cell phone, for some reason, you don't get the option to actually post a bulletin. Because the bulletin would have simply been, until I knew what would happen, I'd be off YouTube. If the doctor would have said found something, it would have simply been, I've been off YouTube till that was, whatever would have happened, because that is much more important than this. So anyway, on Sunday, I had the distinct privilege, by the way, of playing with two fellow YouTubers online on the 360. We played Gears of War 2 Horde mode, which I've never played before, which was really fun, and Super Street Fighter 4. I'm not saying their names because they both people had recorded footage of one recorded one game, one recorded the other, so they may post it on YouTube. If they do, then I'll shout those out. Just see how bad I am at quite frankly both those games. It's quite funny. But anyway, so let's get to two of the rules for YouTube that I got from YouTube Gaming Community 51, and the first one is by Play Alives. As for rules to myself on my channel, I try to at least one video a week just to kind of get away from life itself a bit. LOL, a little opposite of your rules. And my old rule was that I would not post any videos of a game I was playing through until I had 100% finished. I used to do a boss fight videos on RPGs and only use one character, and if I couldn't finish, then I wouldn't post any videos of it. Next up is Spundy08. Rules are important to have when doing this because we all have lives outside of YouTube. My wife and I agree to film when she goes to bed and reads so that we can spend the day together and I don't bother her when she's reading. I don't spend much time on YouTube before she goes to bed to read. Most of my time on here is right after I get off work and days she works and I'm off. The main thing is I don't let collecting on YouTube become number one. Family is number one always. My sentiments exactly. So, today's topic is by Sci-Fic, and it is subscriptions versus channel and upload views. This is a very long message, so here we go. Are we putting too much of an emphasis on subscribers when maybe we should be working on really massaging the current subscriber base your channel may have so that you have more channel and upload views and interaction? What is your take? Quality versus quantity, I guess. Every day I check the YouTube homepage for new videos to check out. One type of video that tends to bug me are the sub specials. 100 sub special, 500 sub special, 20,000 sub special, etc. Personally, I never found the number of subscribers to be something to rave about. What I personally think is more important are the upload and channel views. I've checked out some of these YouTubers' sub specials. For example, a recent YouTuber posted 1,000 subscriber special. Out of curiosity, I checked out his upload and channel views and it was really low. I then compared his channel to another channel that only had 100 subscribers, yet this YouTuber had 4 times the amount of channel and upload views and less than half the videos. So which is better? Having a YouTube channel with thousands of subscribers, yet your subscriber base doesn't interact and view your videos in your channel? Or have a nice amount of subscribers that watch all your content and interact with your channel frequently? I think I prefer the latter. What's your take? Okay, here we go. I always think quality is much better than quantity. Because The truth of the matter is, listen, I don't do videos for channel views. I don't care about upload views. I don't even care about subscribers. I care about one thing. Am I having fun what I'm doing? If I didn't have fun answering the personal message, if I didn't have fun answering the comments, if I didn't have fun doing the video, I just wouldn't do it anymore. I think too many people, I've talked about Skype about this and personal message about this, focus on channel views, upload views, and subscribers way too flippin' much. It's all about, are you having fun making the videos you make? Period. End of story. That's all that matters. Too many people get caught up in these views. Because what happens is, if you're doing videos for the views and you're not doing the videos that you love, at some point you are going to start hating YouTube. Because it's going to start getting on you. Because, listen, I understand the first time in a lot of people's lives they get a little bit of fame, notoriety, people paying attention to them. It comes kind of like a drug. It comes addicting. You want to keep making the videos. You want to keep getting the responses. You want to keep getting that interaction. And then some people keep chasing that. But eventually at some point you're going to sit back and go, whoa, do I really want to be on YouTube anymore? And listen, this is always a constant struggle, no matter how big your channel is, no matter how long you've been doing this. What am I doing now? With what I really want to do with my views on my channel? We all are constantly reevaluating that. If you are doing new things or things that are interesting on your channel, it will simply get boring. I know your YouTube page is almost like what people have with their Facebook page stuff, where they post their family pictures of their family and they post the videos and talk about it. That's really what YouTube should be for you. It should be your videos posting on your honest opinions and how you feel about the hobby that you love. Whether it be you love doing gameplays, let's plays, whether you like doing impressions, reviews, maybe you like showing off your games, whatever it is, that's what you should do. Now, there are people here who want to make a living, who want to make these fancy looking shows, and that's fine. They can do that. But if people don't think you don't love what you're doing, or if people think you're just in it for the views and not in it for the love of it, they will quit watching your channel. Period. End of story. I don't want to watch somebody who doesn't like or love the hobby and aren't showing me how much they care about the hobby. I'd rather watch a guy show me how passionate he is about a game in his gameplay and explain how passionate he is, than a guy who simply knows all the little bullet points of a game, but has either not played it or has no passion about the game whatsoever. I mean, passion as in never played it, could care less one way or the other, just making a video to make a video. Bigger versus small channel isn't even fair in this comparison. The truth is, as you get bigger, when you're small, people think that you need each view. They need each comment for that inspiration. And it does mean a lot when you're really small. It means a lot. I never pick on somebody who decides to do 100 subs, especially because for me, that was my only goal. When I got to 100 subs, I felt great. It was like, wow, I finally hit 100. Now, do I personally, me, do I get irritated when I see people make a sub video special every 50 subs? But at the same time, it's not my right to tell somebody not to do that. If they want to do that, if they want to thank their subscribers, that's their choice to do it. I just choose to watch it or not. And there's some people who do interesting ways. Like Narox's video I'm going to talk about later. He shows you sliding across each of his page of his subscriber who subscribed to his channel. Bigger channels do not get the interaction for simply, people think, well, they get 50 or 100 or 200 comments and they're never going to respond to my comment. They're never going to respond to my personal message. They get so many views, they don't need my view. So it's not as important to people. That's why the interaction's down, because people think they don't have time. That is part of it. Maybe the bigger channel doesn't respond to anything. So why would you post a comment? Why would you interact when the other person isn't going to interact back to you? Listen, I am by no means a big channel, but I have a 4-year-old who, amazingly enough, you'd be surprised how much your life revolves around stuff that goes on in his life and being married. And as much as I would love to answer every message, channel message, comment post in front of my channel, and comments to my video, at times it's just not possible. Recently, it just hasn't been possible. But if you interact with your subscribers will interact with you. But as you get bigger, you're gonna, because most people subscribe. A subscription means they like your content. That does not mean they're going to watch every one of your videos. Again, to me, none of these views mean anything. But some people, too many people I've talked to on Skype, think it means a lot, and it doesn't. So, tell me what your answer to this question is, or what you believe, and we will get into this in the future. Trust me with these comments, because I do think a lot of people struggle with that a lot, quite honestly. So, next up are the videos you may be interested in checking out. The first one is by Cores717. It is a room tour video. So if you want to watch that, check that out. Gamester 81 Arcade, Sega's World Sports Grill Arcade. If you want to check that out, I know. Is it? I almost want to say, is it Games Workshop? I believe is the other one. Sega owns here in Illinois. They own one, I believe it's in Schaumburg, Illinois. Next up is Kyuutai, and his is Arcade Center in Sendai, Japan. I probably just pronounced the city wrong, but next up is PixelKitsch, TV tuner for GBA and / Game Boy Advance. He is in Germany, and so this is in German. So if you're interested, check that out. Next up is IntellivisionDude, Tower Topples Atari 7800, problem fixed plus a glass of Vernors. Man, talk about screwing that up. Anyway, Tower Topples is a game on the Atari 7800. And he was running into problems getting the game work, so he got another copy from somebody else, and it didn't work. And what the weird thing is about this game, I guess one thing I never would have even thought about if this had happened to me, was you had to take the defaulting difficulty settings and switch it to the other one in order to get the game to work. Next up is Luke Morris 1, Hammerin Harry. If you want to see gameplay of that arcade game, check that out. Dog Cyper 91, vintage computer pickup, ultra rare Atari 2600 VCS. I know what you're saying. How can Atari 2600 be rare? Well, this is a never been taken out of the box, promotional use only Atari 2600. So if you're interested, check that video out. Next up is MarkVergeer, 1541 Ultimate Cart for the C64. A neat SD card storage solution if you have an old Commodore 64. So you should check that out. Next up is 8-Bit Goomba, how to remove rust from NES games. What he does, he just takes two different kind of cleaners, throws it on there, and sees what happened. So if you're interested, check that out. Marlinlee, Demolition Derby for the CoCo. So if you want to check that, if you've never seen that before, check that out. Atari 777. Lucca Comics and Game Convention 2010. He actually recorded this 3 months ago, but if you want to see that convention, check that video out. And Narox, my subscriber tribute, and my 5 favorite Sonic CD soundtracks. Basically what he does, he takes, you know how when you click on your subscribers and it shows you all the subscribers you have, he just takes each page and slowly slides it across the screen, one replacing the other. It's really cool. And then his other video is Shoutouts / Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing for the win. He shouts out 3 fellow YouTubers, so if you're interested, check that out. Ivan Wilson, 1978, Amiga Memoirs, Hollywood Poker Pro. If you have never seen that game, check that out. Next up is FanCon Channel, All Japan Caravan Festival, 1985 through 1987. In 1995, Hudson Soft decided to launch a series of tours in Japan using a bright yellow van. They had giveaways. They were showing their latest games coming out for them. So this video is in Japanese, all Japanese, so if you're interested, check that out. And Groove Raider, Nintendo canceled accessories and second generation cell phone games, fresh gear, E3 2002. This is a Tech TV video, but if you check it out, it's really cool to see how much stuff they show in this video that never ever came out. Does anybody remember the battery that was supposed to be hooked up to the GameCube so you could carry it around with you? It's in that video. So I did not get to the handheld stuff, and that's going to be 2 videos down the road. I will get to those comments. We'll talk about that again. But next video, I have a topic from Monte Carlo that does tie into the collecting comment. So I will get into the collection comments and into that next video. So guys, till next video.